Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. My name's Caleb and we're here in the backyard with my van, and check it out, guys. My floor mat finally came. I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can go check out where I got this mat from. It was I can't remember exactly how much it cost, but it was not too expensive considering what it is. I think it's going to be a really nice floor for the van. One thing, you probably, if you've seen a lot of van conversion videos on YouTube, you've probably seen a lot of people, they'll put some insulation down on the floor and then plywood over it and then flooring over that. Well, that takes up a lot of space. You wind up having like a 2-inch thick floor, and that, when you start adding to the floor, it takes away from your height. And as you probably know, I like to have a little bit more headroom. I like to have as much headroom as I can give myself, at least. So when it came to picking a floor, I knew I wanted to do something that was thin, and it was between doing this and just doing a plywood floor with maybe a piece of laminate on top. But this we found online, and it's perfectly trimmed out to the van. I didn't have to cut it. It fits in perfectly. I got some sleeping bags and a desk up there in the front, so you can't entirely see the floor in all of its glory, but that's all right, It's trimmed out in the back here. My van is missing a piece of plastic trim. If I had the plastic trim, I'm sure it would snap right in. It's got these holes here. I'm sure the plastic trim would snap right in and go over the edge of the floor mat here. But let me show you guys the bottom of this. See how it's got these, it's got the matching pattern to the floor on it. So it sets down inside of those ribs. It makes the floor nice and smooth, and it gives it a little bit of cushion too, because this is like a, I don't know, plastic material. It's like a spongy plastic material. I don't even know how to explain it. Probably the thing I like most about this floor is it's one continuous piece. So if anything is wet or dirty, it's just going to set right on top of this mat, and we should be able to sweep it right out the door. It shouldn't be too difficult to keep clean, as compared to a carpet, or if I had done, like a lot of people use those fake wooden flooring planks, and then you got to worry about moisture and water getting in between the planks. And you guys know me, I like to go skiing. That means a lot of snow and ice getting dragged in and out of the van. So this floor is really really something I like. I'm glad we found it. And now that the floor's in, what's next? What's our next step? Can anyone tell me? Insulation. We gotta insulate the walls and the ceiling. I think I talked about that a little bit. I'm gonna get some foam board to go in between all the ribs of the van. And I think we figured out we want 5 pieces here. I don't know if I want this one because it's got a chunk taken out of it, but anyway.
Throw one of those sheets up here. Alright, if it's not bolted, I think it'll do it.
Yeah. Pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's a new blade, but it's this stuff's only 1 inch thick, so cut.
Sweet.
See if that fits. That's going to be in your first bay there. Turned that freaking heater on a while ago, nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't flicked on.
Well, like Nick said back when we want. Yeah. Now pull that end up. Yeah. Exactly that. Gotta go over here.
Yeah.
Really nice to find
Just see and tuck that up somewhere over there.
No, it's tack welded on.
Oh yeah.
Just like this. Tuck it in there. Like that.
That desk is gonna kind of be in the way. Sorry, should take one out.
You'll go over that
You
side
got a screw gun set up yet?
and go in the. We need the screws.
They're on the bench over by my sunglasses there. Can you slide that in over?
There we go. You gotta go off center of the line. Yeah.
Probably up front, the headboard or the headline will go, right?
Yeah, I don't think you need to do anything up there other than, yeah.
That looks really clean. Right up to the headboard.
You're left-handed.
Beautiful.
On the back end there.
It's not quite square in there. That end's gonna go that way. Never. Or that.
Basically, if you took off just a tiny bit on these corners, right?
You only have to take a quarter inch off. That thing's basically just blowing cold air. It was kind of warm for a while.
Just put that heat switch on.
You gotta turn it up a little bit. Well, I wasn't gonna touch it at all, but I can.
Well, I mean, just so that it does shut off at some point, right?
Yeah, well, the water might still be 80 degrees in the pipe flowing. It's gotta go down a little bit. All right, you can slide back to me a little bit now. That looks good right there.
Yeah, so you get a couple screws in it. Should put a couple up by the headliner too.
You're gonna have to.
It's kind of
All right, it's the next morning, and I got my insulation all glued up here, and we have these braces in here just to help, put pressure on it so it stays against the wall till the glue got nice and set. And anyway, we're gonna pull these braces out of here, and hopefully the glue actually worked, and none of these pieces are gonna fall out. It looks like we lost that one up there that was attached to the door. I don't know what happened. The form fell out. Oh, you know what? I bet somebody opened the door. More likely than not, somebody probably opened the door and it fell out. That's not a good sign. Well, that's one panel that didn't stick. I guess hopefully you can see me okay. The sun's in my face. But hopefully whatever. So anyway, obviously that panel did not stick at all. I don't know. I thought gluing it would be a good idea, so hopefully it didn't squeak around or move too much. But ultimately, when there's a wall panel over it, I don't think it's going to be able to really move around enough to where it's going to squeak. Let's put it that way. So the only reason I'm upset about this, I'm not upset because it didn't stick. I'm upset because we wasted our time, essentially, is how I'm feeling right away after pulling out that brace. Because this one was braced up really well, and it just didn't work. So anyway, let's see how the rest of it came out. Seems like some of these might be stuck. So
This piece here is getting ready to fall out. I don't know how long it's supposed to take for this glue to set, but it didn't set at all. It's still wet. So, I got no clue.